Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Swaggy Pope, and welcome back to this week's Top Camps. For those of you who may not know, we rate camps every week based on what we think about them, based on creativity, diversity, as well as originality. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First up, we've got Overseer 61's camp. Now, this camp is located right in the woods, and it's very rustic and very homey feeling. Now, I stumbled upon this cool little Easter egg here where there was stuffed animals on the grill, and you have the bad guy burning this frog, as well as the other ones watching, and you also have a secret character hiding in the back waiting to pounce. Moving upstairs, you'll be greeted by this awesome diner slash ice cream shop where you'll find various goods and goodies. That's when the worst thing imaginable happened. Next up, I've decided to add Spiffy32's camp because of just the amazing view that you get here. I mean, look at this. Next up, we've got our first ever vault created by DJ Soul himself. Now, this one's supposed to be a fun house, and when you walk inside, it's pretty scary with strobe lights, clowns, all kinds of scary things, creatures, as well as clocks floating on the wall, signs floating in the air, and cardboard cutouts with faces all over them. And then oddly enough, you also have a bunch of floating Cybertronic cats, along with a theremin as well, our favorite instrument. Overall, I'd give this vault a good 8 out of 10. I really like the creativity, but things are floating. Next up, we've got JPez's camp. Now, this camp is really awesome. It looks just like a shopping district. You've got a shop on the left here when you turn left. And if you go inside, you're greeted by a bunch of shopkeepers, as well as an all-wood wall and floor. And then if you look to your right, you'll see another shop made out of brick, and when you walk in here, you'll be greeted by another vendor bot, which I absolutely love the layout of because it's in the corner, something new, something different. And also, there is a garage where you can craft various resources as well as your power armor. Overall, I give this base a 10 out of 10 because I absolutely love it. It looks like a shopping district, and I love the creativity. Great job, JPez. Fellow Wastelanders, have you ever walked around the wasteland and wondered whether Rad Stags could fly or not? Well, the answer has been clearly solved. Oh my god! And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Next up, we have the Waster Raid. Now, when you come in here, you're greeted by a vendor bot, and the shelves are filled with guns. It's a very small build, so there's not much to tour, but overall, I give this build a 9 out of 10. Very cozy, very creative, very comfortable. Next up, we've got Nuclear's Donut Shop, located in the White Springs. Now, when you go inside, you'll be greeted by a bunch of vendors and other players, as well as a Mirelurk sitting in a wheelchair if you look behind right there. And when you turn to the right, you'll see the main dining area, which is very spacious, very roomy. It looks very modern as well. I love it. And then when you go outside, you can see a picnic full of plushies, which I love plushies. But overall, I'll give this space a 9 out of 10. Very well done. Next up, we've got Rift 23's Shelter. Now, this thing is covered in clowns. I mean, just listen to this sound, man. It's terrifying. Anyway, walking through the entrance, you'll be greeted by a huge room with a chair. I think this is supposed to be a boss room, but I have no clue. Overall, I give this one a 9 out of 10. Next up here, we've got Munchie's Strip Club. Now, this is a very funny build, and I find it very creative, in fact. When you walk in, you'll see the stage with a bunch of Fall Out Boys or Pit Boys right next to the ladies stripping down, you know. And then you'll go to the bar over here in the corner. You got the lady sitting next to it. You got the vendors wherever you gotta buy your juices or whatnot. And then you also have the boss's seat where he sits at his desk and does all his drugs. But overall, I give this one a 9 out of 10. And then we also go down to his vault where he has, you know, trees, lions, statues, or whatnot. He also has a lot of other statues like the Pit Boy, the Tank statue, and whatnot. Also, on the right-hand side, you'll see an assortment of plushies from the Wendigo Colossus, the Ram, everything. It's all there. I don't know why I said Ram, but Sheep Squatch. Anyway, this one is all around a great vault, and I will give this one a 9 out of 10 as well. Very well done. Next up, we have Japan Wiki's modernized base. Now, when you walk in, you go to the left side, you'll see this awesome small room that has a homemade Christmas tree. It's just all around really cozy and has an awesome view. And when you turn to the right, you'll see this really cool modernized kitchen, which is all around really nice, but overall, I'll give this base a 9 out of 10. What did you guys think of this video? Would you rate any of these bases differently? If so, leave a comment, rate, subscribe below for your chance to be entered in next week's top camps. I'm Swaggy Pope, and I'll see you guys in the next one.